Very good morning, and today we're going to see how to install React.js and work with that. So, in order to install React.js, I'm going to go to reactjs.org, and here you have all the documentation which will help you create React.js apps. So now, before that, there are several steps to be followed, and we'll see what are the steps to be followed. So now the very first thing that we do is install Node.js. So once you install Node.js, you will be ready to install React.js. All right. So if you see, I have already installed Node.js, and next thing is to create a directory where you're gonna set up your React app. X create app, create React app, and mention the app name that you're gonna create. That's it. So now we have installed React app, and if you see, there is something called npm start. Once you start, once you hit this npm start command, React server gets started. Let's see, typing this command npm start. Okay, there's an error. This is because we have to go to the specific directory where you have created your app, and then hit this command npm start. So I'm gonna shift to that particular directory. Now I can hit npm start. Alright, so now you can see the browser. So this will show you the home page, and in the further videos we're gonna see how to work with each of the React components. So for now, you can see this web page. So this is pretty evident that our React app is running. Installed, I have opened this in an editor, so you can use whatever editor you want. You can use Visual Studio Code, you can use brackets, you can use Sublime Text. So now I have used Visual Studio 2019. Since I'm a .NET developer, I'm gonna use Visual Studio 2019. So I'm gonna load this a folder wherever you have created your React app. So this is the folder, and once you install React app, you will get the project files over here. If you can see, there is a public folder, there is an SASE folder, and the most important thing is the package.json. So once you click this, you will find list of dependencies. So whenever you add, there are list of dependencies that gets added to this particular folder. So let's not worry about this right now. We're gonna see the components, what are all the components that's been added. So if you expand this src, you will find index.css, index.js, index.html. With it's stored in public folder index.html. So I'm going to quickly jump to index.js. So this is the file which we are going to work with. So the very first thing is to import the necessary packages. So to work with React.js, the very first thing that we're going to import is this one, import React from React. So this is like mentioning a const variable, and this is your package, React package. So after this, the next thing is to import React DOM from React DOM. So React DOM is another package which will help you render the necessary things on the browser. So and work with DOM manipulation. So these are two basic things. This we can see later. It is not necessary as of now, but let it be, since this is an auto-generated codes. So after that, you can mention React DOM dot render. So this is the function which is going to help you render your information to the browser. So pretty simple. You just have to say React DOM dot render. That's it. So inside that, you have two parameters. this is one parameter and this is one parameter separated by comma. So basically a method takes two parameter, render method takes two parameter. And what are these parameters? The first parameter is what to be rendered. So this is the first parameter, and second parameter is where to be rendered. So of course it is to be rendered on the browser, but on which file, which HTML file, right? So this document dot get element ID, this defines where to be rendered. Now I have few things written over here. The h1 tag and the p tag looks like HTML, but this is not HTML. So this is basically JSX file, JSX. So what is this JSX? So JSX is basically a JavaScript extension, or some call it as JavaScript XML. So both are correct. So basically it's a JSX code, looks like HTML, but it isn't HTML. So I'm gonna show you something. This, for example, let's say for example, if I copy this and paste it over here, let's see, look at this. This internally converts to browser compatible code. All right, so this is how Babel works, and JSX work behind this concept. So for now, you might have you might be wondering why I have used this array. So this is because let me show you this. I'm gonna remove this array. I'm gonna remove this p tag as well. So now I'm gonna go to the folder where I have created my React app. So cd. So this is the place where I have my React app. So I'm gonna further go inside this. I'm gonna say npm start. So this will open up the browser, start the React server, and render the view. So look at this code. It says starting development server. So browser is ready to show you the screen. Let's wait for a couple of seconds. All right, so look at this. So this is my content over here. Look at this. I'm gonna say, all right. So once you save this, this is gonna get automatically refreshed. You don't have to run npm start command again. So now this is one JSX JSX command. All right. Now let's say if I say p tag and say this is p tag. All right. I'm gonna save this and look at this. You get this error. This is because all right. So I'm gonna hit comma, save this. Look at this. This is an error. So this is because over here you cannot put two JSX tags adjacent to each other. So this is how the React is built. So in order to overcome this, I have taken an array. All right, so I can keep this in an array, and now this should work. Look at this. So now this works. So this is how JSX would work for you. So in future we're gonna see what are all the components of React are there, and how to work with the components of React. All right. So thank you guys. This is it for today's video. Thank you.